scream and shout, oh, oh, we need to be awoke. Wake up, people. We can't let our fear leave blood standing here. Oh, we need to be awoke. Wake up, people. We can't let our fear. What's up, you guys?
What's up, guys? This
it's
is
PRØPHŞIT.
And this is JDØUG.
And this is Woke Wednesdays. Look, y'all, we ain't even gonna front. We ain't even gonna front with you at all. We had some tough. We have some technical difficulties that happen, but we about to. The show must go on. The show must go on.
Look, guys.
What's up, live?
Hey. Oop is most definitely right.
Oop is definitely right, but we about to be live today.
We couldn't. Something happened between getting the footage off of my phone onto your guys' eyes. So here we are in full effect.
Yes. So you are going to get us raw and energetic today. We do it pre-recorded, so y'all won't see us organically as much because we are a little crazy. Yeah. But you will see it tonight, amen?
But first, we have a very special surprise for these folks.
We definitely have a surprise for you guys. First of all, the surprise is our first competition that we are going to have for Woke Wednesday. Our competition is going to be Race to 500 subscribers. I was off beat. My goodness. Y'all look good. Thank you. It's the lighting, isn't it? But
on my mind.
I don't think we were trained for live. That's why we pre-record. But no, our competition is Race to 500 subscribers. And basically the rules is you follow our YouTube account. And with you following our YouTube account, you get other people to follow the YouTube account.
So bring your friends.
Yes. And if you do, the person who writes down the number of people that they have gotten, and not only write it down, we will verify if those names are real. So you got to write the names down and count the people. But the Race to 500 subscribers, after you do this, it starts today all the way to December 15th. But let's get into these prizes because that's what's going to do it, Jada. Let's get
another drum roll. For first place prize, the royalty. We want to let you know that you're royal.
Royal.
Stick your feet back up.
Take your time.
That you're royal.
You're royal.
So for first place prize, we have a 65-inch flat screen television. Not TV, a television.
Wow. So
that you can watch whatever you desire.
I don't think they heard you. The first place winner gets
a 65-inch.
65-inch.
Flat screen.
Television.
Royalty.
Second place will get an iPad.
Yes.
An iPad. And then third place will get
a $50 Amazon gift card.
Look, I wish I could have been a part of the competition.
I am.
No, you.
Yes, I am.
You cannot.
I'm going to win all the prizes.
You can't.
I'll be the first person ever to come in first, second, and third at the same time.
No, sir. That is negatory. That's negatory. You can't be a part of the competition.
Well, guys, there's no competition then.
No, there's definitely a competition. We're going to be advertising the competition for the longest. Like I said, it's from September 9th, which is today, all the way to our season finale episode, which is going to be December 16th, but the competition ends on the 15th. And y'all ain't ready for the season finale episode.
Y'all not ready for the B-roll.
It's going to be too funny. It's going to be too funny. But yes, join into the competition. We will put up the rules on our social media at least 2 or 3 times a week so we can get people. Please tell us by 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to join the competition. 2 weeks to join the competition.
And guys, if you're watching this right now, please just hit that share button. Share it to your friends, your family, and we'll be very, very appreciative of that.
Matter of fact, we're about to be organic because I'm about to do it right now. Since we are online, let me go ahead and do it right now.
I'm about to do it right now too. So
I mean, might as well. Might as well.
Let's all share.
Let's all share.
Am I right?
Let's all do it right now. Okay. Oh! Wow!
My.
Nah, that's crazy. Jeremiah, how was your day today?
Okay, I'll share it. You shared.
Oh, okay. You bet it up.
Guys, for those 5 people that are watching,
we appreciate y'all.
We do. We're trying to press forward under the certain circumstances that have been happening today. So, the show must go on no matter what.
It's going to go on regardless.
And we really do hope you guys enjoy this because I'm having fun. So I hope you guys have fun at the same time.
And to be honest, that's all what it's about. Woke Wednesdays is about having fun. Just being yourself, having fun, chilling out. Oh. We do look good. This lighting is good. I don't know what type of lighting this is.
What's up, Sean?
Oh, it's hey,
What's
Sean.
up, Sean? You sure?
I think I did share it. I think I did.
Okay.
Let me look up my page. Go ahead, start the subject. Today, we're going to be talking about stereotypes. And not only stereotypes, but intersectionalities of people of color. The reason why we're talking... First of all, before we even start that, let's give a shout out. The whole show is dedicated... Another drum roll, because we like drum rolls. The whole entire show is dedicated to Jordan Jones. So Jordan Jones, if you are watching, this whole entire show is dedicated to you. Jordan, we love you and we appreciate you. You have been so loyal to Woke Wednesdays. You call us and give us ideas. You are always giving us suggestions. So we appreciate you. You're the one that gave us this suggestion of stereotypes and intersectionalities of people of color. So that's what we're going to talk about. So, Jeremiah, let's start off with stereotypes.
Well, when discussing any subject or matter, you need to know the meaning of what you're talking about. So the definition of stereotype is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. Laura Green of the Virginia Commonwealth University wrote an article titled Negative Racial Stereotypes and Their Effect on Attitudes Toward African Americans. And she said that us being humans, we naturally have the tendency to evaluate everything that we come in contact with. And those cognitive structures that contain the perceiver's knowledge, beliefs, and expectations about human groups. Basically, in simpler terms, when an individual looks at another individual and makes an assumption about them without having any factual evidence, it is known as a stereotype or an opinion.
Opinion.
And we all have them.
Opinion. So remember, when you labelize somebody or when you try to talk about somebody that is not factually based, it is your opinion and it can form into a stereotype. For instance, the belief that African Americans, here's some stereotypes dealing with African Americans. Some believe that we are unintelligent, lazy, violent criminals, and it affects our educational outcome, employment opportunities, socioeconomic statuses, and it dismantles the African American families and communities. But this is what gets us. It said in the article that educators, businessmen, and law enforcement often believe that stereotypes are true when it comes to people of color. So businessmen, educators, and law enforcers, the things that we need every day, right? So that's already a huge disadvantage in this the everyday life. So we all need businessmen, we need law enforcement, and we need educators to educate ourselves. So it makes you go and wonder, based off the events that we see in happening in like real
real time on the streets, it makes you wonder what they're doing behind closed doors in the businesses, education, where you see what's going on in the law enforcement. So.
Period. All we have to do is cut on the television and listen to the radio, and there we go.
It's tough, and that goes all the way back to the early American history. It had a significant role in shaping the attitudes toward African Americans in that time. And some history behind these negative racial slurs are the word sambo. Sambo is the racial stereotype which gives a persuasive image of a simple-minded, dark-colored black man who is happy to serve his slave master. The definition of dark-colored is ready to attempt control or instructions and be submissive. So basically, they were trying to say that the slaves were very happy being slaves back in the day, but as we all know, that's not true.
At all.
I put this in modern terms in saying that, say you see somebody who's not living in the best environment, or they're driving a very humble car, as some like to say.
My goodness.
But people would like to say that they're okay with living in that situation, that they're happy. But nobody knows the certain trials and tribulations that a person goes through. So that's just another stereotype called sambo. Basically, like you're happy with the situation that you're in.
Yes. And in all reality, just to comment on that, let's just say this. A mindset of somebody that is in the hood is going to be different than somebody who is a person of color who lives in Beverly Hills. And that's what's wrong with stereotypes. Like, they try to put all people of color in this one box, but you can't do that. You can't put us all in a box because I'm screaming too. I'm screaming too. But like, it's crazy how we are so targeted. And with our target, they try to just entrap us with the things that we try to do.
I'm different from Isaiah, and Isaiah is different from me.
Period. But with us all coming together, it all works all together for our good.
Absolutely. And another stereotype is Jim Crow, which I'm pretty sure that a lot of us are familiar with. But African Americans were a stereotype on the theatrical stage when T.D. Rice, the originator of blackface, darkened his face with a burnt cork, painted a white mouth over his own, and wore a black wig and danced on the stage to entertain society. They made a mockery out of us. They portrayed African Americans as a shuffling and drawling, crackling and dancing, wisecracking and high-stepping buffoon. Because we have rhythm.
We can't... Shall I say it to the people?
Tell the people.
We can't help if we have rhythm. Okay?
We clap on 2 and 4 and not the 1 and the 3.
Period.
Plain and simple.
How do you clap? Identify yourself. Don't.
Not. Get it right.
You didn't have to do that to the people because there's somebody that's watching that claps just like that.
Well, look, I had to give him an example. I myself could not let you sit here and clap on a 1 and a 3 any longer.
We're tired of hearing it during praise and worship. I know you're out there. We're tired of hearing it during praise and worship. If you don't know how to clap, please stop. Please stop.
Or take some lessons.
Please.
But guys, they really tried to make a mockery out of us, and it's really crazy because the thing that they hated, they went on a stage and just danced just like us. So you gotta be tired. You gotta be tired. I'm pretty sure they was tired of it back in the day too.
Yeah.
But the next stereotype is the savage.
So I had to do it. I mean, Meg the Stallion, what's up, man? Go ahead. Savage.
Oh, God. But African Americans were painted as terrifying, mentally inferior, physically and culturally unevolved, and ape-like in appearance, creatures roaming around in a white world. They even went as far as to having scientific studies. And these studies were conducted to establish the proper place of African Americans in society. Basically, they were saying that, no, we're not all the same, we're not created equally, but they need to fit in somewhere, just not on our level. That's basically what they were saying. But they conducted tests that concluded that blacks were savages for the following reasons, like abnormal arm length, because we had long arms, the weight of our brain. They said that our brain weight was 35 ounces, the gorilla was 20 ounces, and the average Europeans was 45 ounces.
Right.
So they claimed they had a bigger brain, but they couldn't figure out that what they were doing was wrong.
Boom. There you go.
So just sit and ponder on that for a moment. And also that we have a short, flat, snub nose, and we have thick, protruding lips. I call that a blessing.
Come on. So, I'm not even going to comment on lips, but we're going to keep it right there.
I call it a blessing.
I call it a definite.
So
a definite blessing, amen.
And that just goes to show, I feel like I should say, love yourself for how you look, who you are, and everything that's about you. Because God loves you, and we love you too.
Amen. But I do want to ask a question, just to play devil's advocate or whatnot. So we was talking about blackface. We're talking about blackface. We have movies naming one White Chicks. Okay, it's a very hilarious movie. Very hilarious movie. But just like they did in the back of the day with, putting blackface on, and, we even have recent situations where people still do blackface. What do you feel about movies such as White Chicks? Like, do you feel like it's trying to humiliate the Caucasian race?
No, I do feel like we still have to be accountable, and wrong is wrong, whether it's for entertainment or not. But I do feel like the reasoning was different from White Chicks, and when they dressed up as blackface and danced on the stage, it was a different reason.
Definitely. I just see a lot of people, they always comment, well, how can y'all say that blackface is wrong when there's other movies such as White Chicks that's out? We was not trying to, well, first of all, I don't want to speak for the whole entire culture. I do not believe that movie was trying to humiliate or deframe the white race. But when they was doing blackface, they were really trying to humiliate and make a mockery of who we were. This is what they said that we were, and that's how they depicted us. And to be honest, some of us in those times actually began to believe that. I mean, look at what happened. There was a psychology experiment where it was the doll experiment, where little black girls and little white girls, they would go to which doll was more prettier and which was not more prettier. And they all went to the lighter skinned doll because that was the thought process at the time. But just to name a little bit of more stereotypes that black people, there was an article, it was a diversity article that me and Jeremiah was looking up. But in this article, it was very interesting because it's a diversity handbook, but it categorized us as black people, black men, African Americans, but they left out African American and black women.
So it's not a diversity.
It was not a diversity book.
My.
But check what this book said. It said that black people, listen y'all, it said black people were loud and obnoxious, evangelical Christians, criminals, violent, very emotional, all come from single-parent homes, have poor role models, and all their own scholarship. The true races, lazy, and a high percentage is on welfare. They said that black men are all athletes, irresponsible, they are not smart academically. Well, first, let's stop right there. I would like to personally say I'm working on my third degree, 4.2 GPA. I'm just putting
right.
I'm putting that out there.
You see what happens when they put us in the box?
When they put us in the box, I just would like to,
hop right on out.
Put that in there.
If you're feeling froggy and late.
And JDØUG, tell them what you're doing academically.
Look,
JDØUG.
I'm on several scholarships at the Hampton University in Virginia, one of the most prestigious HBCUs out there. So I'm definitely not dumb or ignorant.
Come on.
Or unintelligent.
Come on. Here.
I rest my...
Not with the invisible mic.
You had to drop it on them sometimes. You just gotta do it. Just like that.
They really tried to put us in a box, and then they said that a high percentage of black men abandon their children due to violence, laziness, we're materialistic, and a lot of them conform to Catholics. I didn't understand that one. Do you?
I don't get down there.
Oh,
I don't get down either.
We transformed to Catholics. Like how? I'm not understanding that
Maybe
one.
they can explain that one.
Maybe so, but we do not have them here at all. What? Kings and nothing less. That's. Let me fix. Can I fix your crown?
Put it on. I got something. I got one.
Come on. Come on. And mine's fit, even though with my big head, but it still fit.
It's all right. It was made just for you.
Come on, made just for me. Period. Then it said that African Americans, they milk the oppression of our ancestors.
I don't get that either.
So basically, when they say that we milk the oppression of our ancestors, they're trying to say that we live off of the struggle of what our ancestors had lived. But I have a question. How can we not live the struggle when oppression is still real within the African American community? See, that's what's wrong with a lot of people. They believe that when we say Black Lives Matter, we're just saying that just our lives matters, but we're saying that all lives cannot matter until we matter as well.
I believe that your life matters just as much as mine.
Yes.
But at the time being right now, my life is getting trampled on. And not saying that there are people who aren't African American that aren't living in their own trials and tribulations, but as a whole community, as a whole race, our lives are getting trampled on.
Yes.
So if you're not getting trampled on, you can't necessarily say, well, what about this and this and that? You have to put your focus on what's wrong so you can fix it. Therefore, all lives can matter then.
Mm-hmm. You know, they say that America is supposed to be a melting pot, but with all these various type of people and religions and all that other stuff, I would like to call it a jambalaya. Because at this point, there's too many different cultures, there's too many different aspects of people, there's just too much of. And with it being various types of cultures and things, why is it that minority groups continue to be attacked for their difference? It's as if assimilation is still in the underway of American society. And that can't be so. If we're calling ourselves the melting pot, then we have to truly be the melting pot. People come here for freedom, but then when they get here, it's
a different story.
Exactly. It's crazy.
Secret agenda?
Moving on to general stereotypes. We want to get... Y'all know how... first of all, comment down below if you like watermelon. Because me and him, we was debating about this watermelon. Do y'all know people that put salt and sugar on their watermelon?
I don't understand that.
First of all, that's a legit thing. People sometimes put salt on their watermelon, and some people put sugar on their watermelon.
Okay, I could. First of all, watermelon is already sweet, so I mean, I guess sugar if you want diabetes. But I don't see salt. That is just.
There's people that put salt on their watermelon. I think it's weird too. Oh. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
I don't put any salt and sugar on my watermelon. I don't put any salt and sugar on my watermelon.
My cousin Shannon up in here. Hey Shannon. We just gonna switch that subject, amen? Amen. We bind that progressive spirit that is on this live right now, that is trying to get digits in the DMs. We bind it. We are trying to educate. Who said this? Salt on watermelon is definitely done in the South.
No,
yes,
it's not.
it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
We was just debating.
No, it's not.
The people just said.
No, it's not.
The people just said.
Who is that?
The people just said it.
Salt on watermelon.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, weird.
No, first of all, I don't do that. I eat it straight off. But let's get Wait, pause. That came out too smooth. But
tell him.
we gonna get them. First of all, whoever V is, just threw me off.
Yeah.
Shout out to V. We appreciate you for watching What Wednesday. I'm in the South. What lies say? I'm in the South. We don't do. Oh.
Yeah, she in Texas.
And she has spoke.
So yeah.
She has spoke.
Well, let's tell them about the origins.
Well, in all seriousness, the origins of watermelon, before it became a racist stereotype in the Jim Crow era, watermelon once symbolized self-sufficiency among African Americans. Following the emancipation, many Southern Americans grew and sold watermelons, and it became a symbol of their freedom. Many Southern whites reacted to this self-sufficiency by turning the fruit into a symbol of poverty. Watermelon came to symbolize a feast for unclean, lazy, and childlike people. To shame black watermelon merchants, popular ads, and including postcards pictured African Americans stealing, fighting over, or sitting in streets eating watermelon. Watermelons began eaten hand to mouth without utensils, made it impossible to consume without making a mess, therefore branded a public nuisance.
So they took something that we were striving in, that we were growing in, not only as a people, but economically, and they turned it against us and made us look like we were some fools because we like to rise above.
Pretty much. I mean, we can even go back to history with Tulsa 1921. All we was trying to do was make ends meet. We was actually rising up in our community and soaring.
And they came in, towed it up, burned it down, burned it down to the ground. And it just goes to show that, like, you know, when somebody has so much hate, or people have so much hate, that they'll go and do anything to knock you back down. But like Michelle Obama said, we must rise. We must rise through the social injustice, through the oppression, through the people who doesn't give, you know, care about us. Because at the end of the day, as long as we have each other and we work together, we'll make it through anything.
Definitely. And that takes us to be unified as well, my black kings and queens. We have to be unified with one another before we try to get unification with other people. We have to become unified. We have to. Transitioning into the stereotype of education. Dr. Okiki, this is an African doctor. The hypothesis, there was a study that Dr. Okiki did. The hypothesis supported in the study 2 independent samples among students with high racial centrality. Endorse of traditional race stereotypes was linked to lower self-perceptions of academic competence. All of us have to stop saying sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt.
That's not true for everybody.
It's not. It's not true at all. We see in a study that just by the words that they said to African American and other people of minorities, if you said negative aspects to them, their academic success decreased.
Words are that strong that it'll affect you in every way possible.
Well, let's go back to, what the Bible says. The Bible says that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So whatever you are speaking out, whether it be life or whether it be the death inside, it's coming out.
So are you speaking blessings or are you speaking curses?
On somebody else's life.
That's right there. Think about that. Think about the last 24 hours, how many interactions you've had with somebody. Think about the words that you allowed to come out of your mouth that will impact that person in a positive or a negative way.
Let's read some of these. Amen. That's good. That's good.
Y'all on it tonight.
Y'all on it.
Y'all are on it tonight.
Matter of fact, let me just.
You finna comment?
Let me get in here.
He's on it tonight. Guys, we really do appreciate the feedback and the interactions that you guys are giving tonight. We really do.
Yes. And commenting on what La just said, she said, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, and words do too." That is totally right. And the reason why it is right is because if words didn't hurt, we wouldn't have a high suicide rate. We wouldn't have cyberbullying. We wouldn't have regular bullying. Words hurt people. Words definitely hurt. Hey, baby, I'm listening to you. Great point. Okay. We appreciate you. Okay.
Hey, we gotta reel this back in.
What's up, John? How you doing? John.
That boy Jay Sharp.
Jay Sharp, the smooth one. Congratulations on my boy about to get married.
We cut down. Yeah, somebody said moving on. Let's go.
Move. Oh yeah, I'm talking about that comment. The pause. Yes. They're being very interesting today, but we appreciate you. But yeah, Shada, let's go. Let's move on to intersections, because you can't talk about stereotypes unless you talk about intersectionality of people of color.
Yes. Well, the definition of intersection is the interconnected nature of a social categorization such as race, class, and gender as they apply to a given individual or group, regarded as creating overlapping and interdependent systems of discrimination or disadvantage.
Meaning, in simpler forms, the theory behind it is the disadvantages that we have. What face did you just make?
None.
The disadvantage, because that was a lot of SAT words. You know, JDØUG, he right here.
I try.
He right here in the brain, man. But the theory of it is the disadvantage by come on. Come on, out of my mouth, out of sight. But basically, there's other things that is in our lives other than who we are. It's more than just our race. It's our characteristics. It's our gender. It's our sexual identification, our religion. Any identity marker makes an intersection. So there may be some privileges that we may have, but those privileges, there also may be some marginalizations that we may have as well. Okay.
All right.
I've been trying my best to hold back talking to Mo.
I don't know who this is.
I don't know who this is, but can we say if you don't, let's stay on topic.
At least keep it professional.
Let's not only that, let's stay on topic tonight.
Yes. I don't know who this is.
I don't either, but they obviously know you. Okay.
All right, I don't know them.
And I totally agree. It's like y'all speaking to me because I said some things this week.
Oh, well.
We are yet praying for you. We're yet praying for you. We like your input. We like your input. I don't even know how to. Anyways. My God. See, this is why we pre-record.
Yeah, this is.
This is why we pre-record. See, I was liking it at the beginning, but anyway. Woo. But yes, we are more than our identity markers, you guys. We are more than our identity markers. Exactly, Shannon. I'm trying my best. You already know how I am. Amen. Matter of fact, we're going to have to get Shannon on the show. Shout out to Shannon. Shout out to Shannon. But an example of that is black girls are 6 times more likely to get suspended from school than whites. Studies have found that this is not only situational, but also due to gender and race. So you see how it wasn't just her being a girl that made her get suspended 6 times more than whites. It also intertwined with her race. And to be honest, that is a double marginalization because females are already marginalized in this society. Then you have the race factor, which is African American. So you put that together, that's a double marginalization. And that's how intersections come. Majority of stereotypes were institutionalized when slavery started so that slave owners would have justification of handling and beating their slaves. So, never have I ever been suspended. Period. Stand up for it.
Yes, lie.
But with all that being said, majority of justifications and stereotypes and intersectionality all happen and all rooted in the beginning when slavery was started. They had to justify why they handled their slaves the way that they did, and some of them just did it because of who we were. But the question about it that really grinds my gears is we didn't tell nobody to come over to where we were
and scoop us up.
And we didn't ask for that
at all. So not only did you come and scoop us up, you made us your slaves, and then you tried to make us inferior to you. This is America.
And now you see why we say that we really are the backbone of America. Because there would be no USA if it wasn't for us. Us. So, I mean, but some people may disagree, but you know, oh well. Even the beginning talk of evolution, a lot of people, they don't know this, but even the beginning talk of evolution did not happen scientifically. They actually just tried to compare African Americans to monkeys and apes, which is why that's how we got that terminology, because they said that we formed through them. But as you know, science continued to move on, evolution said that we all came as Homo sapiens from, you know, monkeys. But that's a whole other story. We are. Come on, that's word.
Yes, it is.
That's word. Yes, V. Now you're talking some sense. Now you're talking. But I do want to take out the times just to list out forms of intersection. So you have your biological sex. That's an intersection. Your gender. And in 2014, just a fun fact, in 2014 there was 58 gender forms. In 2019 there was 64.
That's a large spectrum.
That's a lot. So everybody does not agree. Everyone does not have the same forms. Everybody does not think and process the same. Why do you think that you're the only person that has the thumbprint that you do or the identity that you do? There is nobody else that's the same.
Because we're all different.
All different.
So therefore you can't all put us in a box. Period.
That's the whole purpose of this whole entire Woke Wednesday episode 3. Don't put people of color in a box. Your stereotypes is your mere opinion, and that is it. Another identity marker is nationality, sexual orientation, physical abilities, race, location, and age. So there's plenty of factors, but I do want to transition into the part where we talk about our intersections so that since y'all know who we are, y'all get to see intersections within our own personal stories. So, did you want to start?
Sure, I'll start first. Some of my intersections are that I'm African American and also I'm a Christian. One privilege that I say I have is I'm a male, and I'll explain that privilege. It's because that in the average workplace, when you have a male and a female, the female most of the time gets the short end of the stick, and it's not right with how they're treated, how they're respected, how they're paid. Just, you know, the everyday environment in the workplace. But as a black, when you put the word black in front of that, as a black male and a black female, all that goes down. Mm-hmm. So then it's almost like competition, but it's not. Because as a black male in the workplace, not necessarily all the time, but I would not get the same respect as I get in the workplace with a white male. And so when you're a black female, you're literally right under that, because it's a lot of respect that doesn't get that's not given to our black queens.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to change that. We really do. And a marginalization that I have is issues with body image. I'm a bigger boy, you know. I'm healthy and I'm husky. You know, I like my vegetables. So as growing up, I always had problems with how I viewed myself. And then also I'm a middle class. And the middle class does not get enough recognition and not enough respect when we're carrying the economy on our backs every day, 365, 24/7. The 1% is not carrying the economy. And, you know, I don't mean to sound vague or wrong when I say this, but those who aren't, you know, as wealthy as the middle class, they aren't necessarily carrying the economy like the middle class.
Right.
And not saying that they're lower than us, because we all have our own trials and tribulations that we go through, our own problems. But the middle class does carry the economy. That's just straight and simple. And I feel like we need to get more respect.
Definitely. I definitely agree with everything that you said. Personally, in my life, I believe that my privilege is, like you said, being a male. Now, the marginalization comes because of the type of male I am. I'm more feminine than the regular stereotypical male, but that don't mean that I still do not have the same perceptions and the same ways of a man. I still want to provide for the person that I'm with. I still want to be there. I'm still a man of God. Doesn't matter on the spectrum of femininity versus more masculine. And people associate feminine with sexual orientation. Now I'm gonna say some of these followers that I follow, these pretty boys, they're more on the feminine spectrum. But you know, some of them have girlfriends, and I just be like, ooh, wow, interesting. But you know, I mean, to each his own. But you know, that would be a privilege and a marginalization. Another marginalization for me is me being black. With me being black, it is very hard. It is very hard, but it's also a wonderful privilege as well. Because one thing about, if anything comes to you easy, then I don't believe that it would be worthwhile. And I love the skin that I am in. I love the unification that we have. I love the fact that if you look at another black brother or sister, you'll understand certain things that they will be able to say without you even knowing them. You know, I like our goofiness. I like everything that is about us, you know, and I like the differentness as well. Now, as far as marginalizations, I would also like to say that physical ability would definitely, yes, I would definitely say that physical ability would be my marginalization. And the reason why I would say physical ability would be my marginalization is because I had a tough situation that had happened to me in 2015. And with that being said, I got psychological help. And with that psychological help, I got, you know, diagnosed with PTSD. And you know, I don't like really talking about my mental health, because every time somebody talks about mental health, that's when, you know, people start judging, oh, he has PTSD, he has this, he has that. But people with mental health, that does not mean that we're unintelligent. That doesn't mean that we are crazy. That doesn't mean that we're anything like that. That means that we have had struggles in our lives that we had to go through that makes us, you know, the way that we are. Yes, we matter. And
makes you stronger than most too.
Yes, I would definitely say so. And I just want to say, anybody that have any mental illness out there, do not let yourself not go to the doctors or go get help because of the stigmatization of what other people have said about people with mental illness. You need to get help if you need to get help. Because I'm trying to tell you, if I did not get proper help when it came to my mental illness, no telling where I would be today. Because you do not want to put yourself in a situation where you do not grow at all.
And remember, how you feel matters.
Mm-hmm.
Every single soul living on this earth has value and has a destiny.
Definitely.
So never let anybody take that from you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a soul, and souls are priceless.
Come on, because I was about to do a two-step when he said soul. No, he said souls are priceless. Like that was good right now. That's a word. That's
Comes
the
to
word.
me.
That's the word. But you guys, it's been very interesting. We did not know how this was going to turn out today. You know, again, sorry about the technical difficulties, but to be honest, I'm
glad we did this.
I'm actually kind of feeling the interaction.
This is
you know,
deep.
I was trying, you know, get away, that hurt me. That hurt me. But y'all, thank you so much for commenting. Thank you for sharing. Again, do not forget the Race to 500 subscriber competition that we have. Again, first place will win a 65-inch flat screen TV. Second place will win an iPad. And third place will win a $50 Amazon gift card. Again, we will put... Make sure y'all add next week.
Like to the competition?
Yeah, because, I mean, that's all we going to add you to, sweetheart.
God, say.
I like the live. It's real. And since we are on live, why don't we see if people want to join and just talk with us?
Oh my.
Oh, if you would like to come and join, we're going to spend just a little couple of minutes.
No to the live.
No.
Well, here's your chance.
No, here's your chance. If you would like to come on.
Hey, how do we add somebody to the live?
Keep doing live. We're going to definitely consider that live.
Yeah. We're definitely going to consider that.
We're definitely going to do that.
I don't know how to add anybody to a Facebook live.
We about to figure it out today. Y'all send us a request and we going to play around with it.
Can they send a request?
Yeah, they can send a request, I believe so. Is Jordan Jones on here?
You can.
You can. Oh,
What's up, Annette?
And that first of all, shout out to the best photographer, hands down.
It's a little green man on our screen to ask. Who's it?
It's a little green man. Get off of the screen, green man.
Next to the comment box.
Okay. Did you send a request?
So is that like saying we got to...
Oh.
Annette Tillery.
Oh, we about to approve.
Oh, somebody's out there spinning some tires.
Right.
It says we're adding her.
We're adding you, Annette. Come on.
No.
That's no. What's her name? I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. But
Nikita.
Nikita.
There you go.
There you go.
Maybe they see something you don't see.
Probably so.
Oh, there.
Oh. Welcome. Yeah, you're the first person to be on Woke Wednesday Live.
Yeah, this is
No. Way to start off the show. No. And then you froze. We back. Oh no, here we go again. Look at the devil. Look at the devil. Get out of her screen, devil. We just want it on live. Get off of it. My God. I speak to the phone right now. You shall work. Woo! My God.
Well, I think that's
He answers prayers.
I think that's about it.
Lie, get online with us. Send us a request. We have 11 people. We have 1 people.
Oh, there we go.
Uh-oh. Hey, Dominique. B, stay on B.
Jesus.
Stay on B because we don't come to Hey, La.
How are you? Oh, she's starstruck. She's speechless. Huh?
Y'all lagging.
Lagging?
Oh, we lagging?
I thought she said who's lame.
Oh, I'm about to be like,
we're
trying to do something for the millennials of this age. Wow.
No.
Huh?
Y'all too much.
Yeah.
We can be.
Okay.
You about to get off? What are you doing? I can hear you. You sound like you questioning about your tip, but I hear you. You're not talking.
We appreciate you for coming to all.
Right. We will. Look, we
appreciate
you're not talking.
We about to add V up here.
Oh my God. I gotta hear this.
At this point, certain things
Yeah. We can't really understand you.
I like them lights in your room.
Oh. And that's that.
Well, that's that. V, this is your moment. This is your look, V. This is a Christian lab. I just want to say, woman of God, but just and the request is not sent. Oh, let's see.
My. I gotta see this.
Okay, V, we're adding you. We're adding you. I'm highly nervous.
And that says, "Sorry, my goddaughter calling from college." That's all right.
No worries.
That's A-okay.
I think V probably left the V link. I don't know if you do like that though.
It's pretty straight.
Pretty straight, you know. And 10 people still watching. Hey, 10 people.
I think she left.
She left. That was her chance.
Yeah.
She was talking a whole. Oh, she's a.
Well, look.
Okay.
Look.
Well, you said no.
No.
Okay, V, we actually gave you a wonderful opportunity. Okay. Oh, no, you didn't. It won't let you. Well, we're going to try again. As we take a time. We waiting for me to get on the phone. Come on, pick up these. Come on, come on, pick up these. Pick up these. Pick up these. How you decline?
She declined.
Speak, man of God.
I'm ready.
Oh my God. It won't let you accept. Well, look, you missed your blessing. You missed it. You missed it. I guess it won't let me. My God.
Well, guys.
That's how the rapture gonna be. A lot of people think they're gonna get accepted, but they ain't. What's your name?
All right, it's not going to be party hour on what Wednesday?
I think so. They want to talk to us.
Connecting.
Oh, Jesus. Hey.
Oh, it's
Now it's working now.
Look, y'all was trying to don't mind.
You turned on your Wi-Fi?
Don't mind my hair. No, I didn't. Don't do me. The Lord is watching.
the Lord is
He's always
omnipresent.
Hey,
all the time.
yeah, y'all did good for real. Y'all should keep up this live thing. You know, the interaction was spectacular.
We trying to get on V Ministries, but we
No, I'm not. I'm not. You. I'm not.
V.
Who's Brandon Smith?
I don't know. What's up, Brandon?
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know who Cameron is. What's up, Cameron? Cameron is there.
On that ministry? Y'all wasn't able to get on that ministry. I had to dip out for a couple seconds and reload.
That must be God. It must be God saying no.
Won't he do it?
Oh, V said he's saying yes. V, we have tried. Now look, third time's a charm, but La is on, so we're gonna talk to La.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I'm
ready to go. So, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. This is officially What Wednesday After Dark, and I'm officially ready to go. I'm so sorry. I'm just being honest.
It wasn't even funny. It wasn't even funny.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't even funny.
Oh, he's got Bojangles in his cup.
They're not paying me for this, so I mean, if you would like to sponsor What Wednesday Bojangles, please do. Amen.
So are y'all going to accept topic requests, or do y'all kind of have it planned out all the way to December?
Kind of sort of, but we do like we do love topic requests. Go ahead. What's your topic request?
Oh, I ain't gonna tell you just yet. Not just yet.
So you gonna host? So you gonna host the show? We gonna be the viewers, huh?
Exactly.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sirs.
Oh wow. My.
Okay, I like that. We should do like a virtual women panel.
Yes.
Like have different women on and
Yes. Yes.
Okay, shit.
Can't let our fiery blood stand in